I didn't play for fun. I played to win. I was a sore loser.
Every small town, it seemed like, as I was growing up, had their own team, and they were competitive. These guys played ball, and they played it seriously.
Because it's huge in almost every little community you can imagine, who now maybe don't have teams, but they did.
The 30s, 40s, 50s, and most of the 60s were big in Nebraska baseball.
The whole area around here had neighborhoods, you know, like we don't have anymore. And if you had a neighborhood, even if there wasn't a town, they're likely to have a baseball team.
Lone Elm, Kansas, there was one building and it sold gas and beer. And the ball field was right south of that, and it was called Lone Elm, Kansas. Nobody lived there.
They had a ballpark, and they had a team. And you go by there now, and it's almost like I just picture ghostly images. I've been by there, and you see a building, you see this elm, you'll see anything else. You don't see a ballpark, but you knew. Back in the day, you could just hear the crowd cheering.
I lived for baseball, I really did. That was my everything. I had I think it was 52 or 53, 53 I think. I had the scout from Chicago White Sox, Hugh Alexander, come down and scouted me as we played Liberty one Sunday. It was all Sunday games in them days because nobody hardly had lights, you know. And as soon as the game was over, I hadn't even got off the field, there he was talking to me. And he wanted me to go to Oklahoma and play in the minors down there. And my brother was in the Army at that time in Korea, and Dad wasn't feeling good, and I wanted to go, and Dad said, if you go, we're going to lose the farm.
It's amazing how many of them actually did sign professional contracts. So many of them would then say, you know, I had a chance to go, but I couldn't because I was the support of the farm and I had to stay home and work. Many situations like that.
It wasn't easy. I had that in my mind. I thought, I'll run away from home and I'll go down there. Then I got thinking, well, if I make it, I'll be okay. I can send some money home to Dad and help keep things going. But I thought, if I don't make it, I'd probably better never ever come home again.
And that was their story for a lot of them. You know, they had kids or a family or a wife, and they thought, you know, we can't afford to play professional baseball. But they had a long legacy semi-pro.
You had your church, and then your chicken dinner, and then baseball. There wasn't any other distraction. Baseball was pretty much it in the summertime.
It was a social night for the whole community.
They'd pack them in. I mean, farmers would come from all over, not just the townspeople.
There'd be cars parked all the way around the ballpark, and they'd draw 3,000 people.
It was a topic of conversation all the time. They took pride in it. Each town had their own team, and they loved that team. They supported that team.
That was, I really enjoyed that. That was a great part of life, and I feel sorry for the people that didn't get to participate in that. There's nobody that shows up for the games, and there's no rivalries. They're just playing baseball for the love of the game, and that's okay, but they don't get that other stuff that we got.
To this day, it bothers me. I wish I'd have went and not made it. I'd feel a lot better than the way I do now, because I never will know. That's the big thing. I'll never know.
The pictures on the wall, the memorabilia that we show, we can identify with those old boys how important it truly is to keep it alive.